I made some notes so I wouldn't get lost. I didn't want to get lost. I want to be professional but still fun at the same time. Beautiful. Thank you very much. That's funny. I want to look and see if I can go online and find some a book, a joke book with cows. I used to have a joke book. I ordered, like when we were in school, when we were tiny kids, we had the Scholastic Book Club or the Scholastic Books where we ordered books. Well, I ordered this joke book and it was so funny. I had to look for it again because I was causing a disturbance in class because I had the book and instead of doing my work, as usual, was reading through my joke book and bugging out laughing, and I could not suppress my laughter. I was laughing too hard, and everyone around me was like, "What are you laughing at?" And I wanted to share the jokes. So I will pass the book and like show the joke I was laughing at, and everyone else started laughing. The teacher took the book away, and I forgot to ask for it back. How was that my responsibility to ask for my belongings back? I lost several things like that in school where I was causing a distraction in class because I wanted to bring things in to share with everyone because I thought it was funny. And I always would forget to ask for those items back. So now I'm on this lifelong search to see if I can find said item. I had the joke book. I had a joke book that my dad let me borrow. And I know that's one thing he might be mad at me about. A joke book that my dad had from his dad, which was my great grand. And I forgot to ask for the book back. But this time, though, I think it was the setup because this time round, the teacher was like, "May I borrow that book or can I see that?" Because I wasn't being a disturbance and I forgot to ask for it back. I think the teachers knew I was forgetful because I forgot the book. And I think I recall asking for it when I finally remembered. And the teacher was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? I done lost the book." So I've been trying to find that book too. And there's for kicks and giggles, Steve Urkel, the Steve Urkel glasses that he wear. Yeah, so I didn't lose those. I forgot to ask for those back too. They were really boxy brown Steve Urkel glasses that my mom had. She punched the frames out of them and she let me use them to play with. I brought them to school and I would wear them in class, I think third grade. And thankfully we had a substitute teacher that day. So I knew I was going to be able to have fun with those. But my mistake, sharing the glasses with everyone, it took me a minute to learn, like when I bring things in to share, I cannot pass it out because I ended up getting it lost. So the glasses were causing too much of a distraction because everyone was trying them on after they saw me walking around wearing them in class being silly. The glasses got taken away from the substitute teacher. And I was surprised because the substitute teacher, Mr. Webb, he was really nice. So for him to take the glasses away, I was surprised because he let everybody else get away with everything. But you gonna take away my glasses because I was causing too much of a disruption compared to the class clown, and he never did anything with the class clown. So he took my glasses, and I forgot to ask for them back, and I never got them back. So that's that on that. That's my little story that miraculously happened. Thank you guys so much for coming in on this beautiful morning Moo. What's happening to my voice? Help me. Thankfully I have my tea. It's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. So you were definitely the class clown, Derek. Yeah. What's going on, Derek? What's going on, Lee? Thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, so we had a class clown. In those moments, I had moments where I stole the show, but the person who wore the class clown button, that's a whole nother story. But I did cause a couple of distractions, like once a year I caused an unintentional distraction that probably took the shine off the class clown, not intentionally, but that's just what it was. He said, "You remind me of my mom and I haven't seen her in 2 months." Oh man, that's a good thing, I suppose. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for coming in. For the record, I am on two different streams right now, so I will be talking to some people that you may not see in your particular vertical, and so on and so on. But I'm glad you guys are here. I'm keeping my eyes on both the screens and just chatting with you guys this fine morning. It is August 4th, 2025 already, and I'm glad Isaac Bass that I was able to bring. Hopefully these are happy memories, and perhaps you can get in touch with your mom if that's what you want to do. Or if you want, you know how I'm talking with you guys, because it really feels like you're here. I can feel you guys' energy. It's really cool. So if you want to have a video, make it unlisted and just talk to your mom about all the things you want to catch up with her with, or with her on, or things that you may not want to say to her because you just want to get them out. Make an unlisted video, give her a call and say, Mom, I made you a video, or email, can you watch it please? And then maybe we can talk afterwards. That's always a good idea too, as a good way to catch up, and so you don't fall behind on the important things in your life. We have here Derek. I was definitely a class clown. He said, being older now, I feel bad for my teachers who had to deal with me. Aw, I get it. But you nowadays, you pale in comparison to the children of today. But I do understand where you're coming from. Teachers, they know what they signed up for. They know what they signed up for. But then again, I can say this, because we might all be the same age. When I was in the 90s, I was like if it was 1991, I was in first or second grade. So, hey, you are welcome. I believe that will work. I believe that will work for you, Isaac Bass. I'm rooting for you and keep moving forward in that. Yeah, so I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 84. So I can say for us, assuming we're practically the same age, I would hear teachers when I was in third grade, which was 92, 93, talk about kids are different today and the things are changing about us. And we are a little bit more frank when we talk. That's where I think I learned the word frank. And so it was neat to hear adults talking about us in real time. And they were saying these things, and I wasn't anywhere near the teacher's lounge. I would hear them as they drink their coffees in their cute little white mugs. Because I had lady teachers. They would talk, and they'd be like, yeah, the kids are different this time. They're quite frank and bold now, Ooh, these kids are just different. Long time ago, we learned how to mind our business, and I would hear that they would tap children on the hands with rulers and stuff like that. So if they were talking about it back then, I can imagine that it was a big deal for them. So having said that, he says, I will look forward to watching every single one of your videos, if you have any, and every single one of your short streams. I will be there. I will like a shout out before I leave. Once again, Lacey Bass, shouts out to you and your mom. I'm rooting for you to be able to have an awesome conversation and some great catch-up time with her. I'm glad you came in at this right time so I could give you some advice on how you can get that successfully continued. Thank you for coming in, and I appreciate your support. None of you guys are under any pressure or obligation to watch my videos. They are there. You can watch them at your leisure, at your will. I have tons of playlists, so if you go to my homepage, you'll see videos, you'll see shorts, you'll see live streams, and you'll see podcasts. I have podcasts in there where everything gets in order. I have videos if you really want to get to know me. There's a there's a playlist called like Through My Eyes or In My Eyes, My Life, My View, where I really get real with you guys and tell you, what makes me me. I start all the way down from like 4 years or 5 years of age, and I'm actually rehashing things in my life that I never got to take the time to talk about, and I really wanted to take the time to talk about. So if you guys really want to get to know me on there, I have those. I have tons of morning moves. See you later. Thank you for coming in. So you guys in the other stream, I'm giving a shout out to Isaac Bass. Congratulations for, the good news with your mom, rooting for you. You're yeah, so we're all pretty much the same age around this room because this is where the cool kids hang. You remember when we all went to McDonald's and stuff and we would see like the super old people in there. They'll have their newspapers. They'll be like, hey, and I'm just teasing, but they'll be in McDonald's or the donut shops when there were a lot of more mom and pop bakery shops around, at least in my town. They would read the newspaper and drink coffee and they would just chat together. This is the vibe that is on here with me. I just want us to come on and have a good time, and just hang out. We're the cool kids, we're the cool peeps, and that's the vibe we have right here in Morning Mood this morning. We have successfully, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, made it past the 10-minute marker. Thank you for coming in. It is time for the Cows in the Chat song. My son, hold on. This is a pop-up came in from MSN trying to tell me the news. I don't need to know the news right now because the news is you guys. I'm talking to all you beautiful people. And MSN talk about some in today's forecast. I'm like, if you don't get, that should have popped up the moment I turned on this computer, right? My son now thinks he is the class clown of his school. Oh, really? Taking on the hat, eh? Taking on the reins. Guess you'll have to teach him the ways. It happens, man. It's just who we are, It's not necessarily that we are a troublemaker. We just are very creative. Shouts out to the creators. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you for sharing that with me. Y'all, I'm so glad I have my tea here because it'd be kind of tough to go on without it because my voice is trying to act up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, it is that time for Cows in the Chat here on LA TV. I like to take a little time to pay homage to these beautiful bovines because, the science people, the government people like to place the blame on the poor little cows, right? And say that they are, or we are the reason for global warming. I guess they finished, blaming all the humans for everything and decided to turn around and push the blame on the cows. So this is the part where I sing a little song while I play the harmonica and put cows in the chat. And harmonica! Thank you. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things here. Welcome to LA TV Morning Mood. They say America is the great melting pot. I beg to differ. I think planet Earth is the great melting pot. So you, and you get a car. No, you don't get a car. You, and you get a cow. You get a cow. You get a cow. You, and you. Everybody gets a cow. Take that, Oprah. Oh, man. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for putting cows in the chat, animal emojis in the chat, and or your favorite emojis in general in the chat. I like taking that time out to celebrate cows because they are cute and they are very important to us. Without cows, there wouldn't be any Burger King, right? Okay, let's go. One time for the one time with the cows. And I like to end it by putting a precious unicorn in there too, because cows are just as cute as unicorns. Could you imagine if there was I talked about this before, strawberry cows, because we have the black and white ones, we have the brown and white ones. Why not have the strawberry cows? They'll be like pink and white. Wouldn't that be so cute? This world is already colorful and filled with animals, so why not just come on out and make a strawberry cow? Science lab people, please just come on out and make a strawberry cow. Y'all making everything else. Let's make this world more beautiful. Or should I say, let's make this world more beautiful. And let's fill this planet with some strawberry cows. Man, I love strawberry milkshakes. Lee, I like Burger King's. You know, Burger King's is first, McDonald's is second, and it's been a long time since I've had Derek said test tube cow. It's been a long time since I had a milkshake from Rally's, or also known as Checkers. Have you guys had a milkshake from Checkers before, aka Rally's? How you doing, Plop It King? Thank you guys for coming in, and good morning to you. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here this fine Monday morning. I hope y'all have a good day today. I like that strawberry cow. That's dope, man. One time for the one time strawberry cow in the heezy. So I feel like a DJ. Make some noise for the strawberry cow. I'm feeling that. I like that a lot. That's funny. And then in the other party, we have Derek Carrot said, y'all, for the ones who don't know, he said some test tube cow. Because I was like, science people, why don't y'all just go on and do us a solid, make this world a beautiful place, and make a strawberry cow? They making everything else. That would be so pretty. Let's go on and bring unicorns back. Okay, so you guys are here for the announcement. Let's get to the big announcement. You probably already know. Shouts out to all of you who had participated in audience participation in the last video in reference to good old Hercules the shark. And thank you for making comments in the shorts and in the community tab about your input about Hercules the shark. So, ladies and gentlemen, meow, 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 moo, 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 back by popular demand because you all wanted it. Hercules the shark will be returning every Friday. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your audience participation. I made sure to give everybody who was in the last live in reference to Hercules the shark, a personal shout out. If you have not seen it, everyone who participated in the last stream, I went to my community tab. I think it's just called the post, and I gave every single person a shout out, and I replied to your comments as well. Until I can develop a way to respond to you guys, what I'm starting to do now is, like, once this live stream goes off, and depending on how long it's gonna be, I will have to wait at least 24 hours max for it to allow for playbacks to come in, and then I can go back into my playlist and respond to you guys' comments. Those responses will be in my posts. So for the record, once again, thank you guys. Everyone who was here in the last video, I did give you an individual shout out, and I responded to your questions and your comments in the post. Thank you so much for your input. But I'm very happy. Hercules the shark will return. He will be on Fridays now. Staff and I and moderators had a good conversation about it. Hercules was on Skype call, and he was like, it's an honor and a privilege. I'm pretending to be him. So, yes, an honor and a privilege. He said that you guys think of him so much, but I'll save all the banter and the cheering. So when he comes on this Friday, he could tell you exactly how his experience was, all the paperwork he had to sign, and all the things he claimed he's got to do now that you guys want him back. He really happy though. He's flipping circles. He was flipping circles. Y'all should have saw him. I was like, Hercules, we have some good news. People miss you. And so he started flipping around in the living room. He's really happy. So Hercules will be on Friday. Thanks to you guys for your input. That is the big announcement. I will get back into the comments and actually celebrate because I'm happy too. I miss Hercules. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Hey, what's going on, Tarsus? Thank you for coming in with the smiley faces. Lee. Cow patties. Remember that commercial, Hot Pocket? What you gonna get? Hot Pocket. And well, instead of that, it's gonna be, what you gonna get? Cow patties. It doesn't hit the same as the Hot Pocket commercial. Barry McCockner. What's going on, dude? Tarsus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Tarsus. Your impersonation of Hercules is very good. I have a good time with Hercules. I really have a good time with it. Hey, Carnel, what's going on? Hey, back at you. Hercules has been grumpy lately. Oh, since he went vegan. Don't get him talking about tofu substitutions. Perhaps you can ask him about that when he returns this Friday. Oh, right. Yes. So Rhombus, Rubus, Moooooooo, Bark, Bark Fridays. Yes. So we have a cow in the heezy. We have a shark in the heezy. We have LA in the heezy. What else do we have in the heezy? Everything is a surprise because I have so many costumes to me. So you never know what you're going to get. But definitely for sure, Hercules is slotted in. Thank you, Derek, for your comments. He said, you saw that, you're awesome. Thank you so much, and you're awesome too. Cue the Lego movie theme song. Everyone is awesome. Everyone is cool. Well, no, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome. We're living our dream. I am going to look for a shark because I want to celebrate Hercules. The shark is coming back. Let me set my tea over. And for the record, I have Fruit Loops today mixed with Lucky Charms. Fruit Loops mixed with Lucky Charms for the record for you guys. That's the cereal I have. I haven't started snacking on it yet, but I do have that. And the drink of choice this morning is Lipton tea. I need to order some more hot chocolate packets because the harvest season is approaching, and it's no better way to celebrate the harvest season than with some hot chocolate. Hercules! I'm typing it in now. Hercules the shark will be returning this Friday. Do you want fries with that? A hot apple pie with that? Let me find my celebration emoji. Come on now, emojis. Don't fail me now. There we are. I'll put the celebration emojis in there because I'm happy about that. Thank you guys for your contributions. Oh yeah, I made a note to let you guys know I watched some of you guys' videos that commented on your shorts and stuff. I had a good time doing that. I'm trying to do my best to divide the time and watch you guys' videos if you have anything posted, or at least watch a short and comment on there just so you'll know. How you doing, Iman? Thank you for coming in. We are celebrating right now because our boy Hercules is coming back Friday. Thanks to all y'all who had some audience participation. What about Herculina? Derek says so, y'all. What about Hercules' sister Herculina? We're not gonna get into that because right now it's all about Hercules. Perhaps when he come on Friday, you can ask him and see what he has to say. I don't want to spread all his information, though I know a lot about Hercules. I don't want to tell everything, and then he won't have anything to talk about. He might get mad. And I don't have time for him to turn on me. Right now, I'm looking for my shark, guys, because Hercules is coming back. He taking over like Akon. We taking over. Akon, he sound funny when he sung. He sound like this. Hey, I'm Akon. I sing like this. Nobody wants to see us together because it don't matter, girl. Because I got you. Where is Akon? Oh, never mind. He locked up. Moving forward. That's the announcement. Tofu fry. Y'all, Tarsus and Tofu Fridays with Hercules. I love it. I will definitely. I look forward to this replay so I can go in and answer and respond to you guys' comments and gather ideas. So you can expect these comments to be responded to you probably tomorrow. But I did respond to your comments on the last video. I love that. Moving forward. Moving forward. Thank you guys for chatting with me in both of the streams. We've got a couple of streams going on at the same time, so you guys can experience different experiences with the Morning Mood Show. So I'm happy about that. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We have a survey. Speaking of, let me see. What did you guys vote for? So, which cereal would you choose today in this one shining moment? You have Honey Bunches of Oats, any kind, check cereal, any kind, and pass, I'll just have orange juice. So, Honey Bunches of Oats is currently going in at 26%. Thank you guys for your votes. Check cereal, any kind, it's at a smooth 37, and it is tied with pass, I'll just have orange juice. Now, in my mind, I'm saying pass, I'll just have orange juice in my Squidward tone. Pass, I'll just have orange juice, SpongeBob. I like Squidward because he think he is all of that. Squidward has an attitude. He acts like a snob, but I really like his character. It's so funny. How can you not laugh at Squidward? So I did set aside some time. Let me see. We're not quite in the half-hour mark, but I do have a topic that I do want to talk about today. Is basically an article in reference to food. So we're a couple of minutes away from the 30-minute marker to bring this puppy on home. But there's an article that did catch my attention, and it's about White Castle food. You guys ever go to White Castle food or see how cute the buildings are? The White Castle buildings remind me of Super Mario Brothers because they're shaped like little castles. I'm thankful that White Castle hasn't conformed like McDonald's. Remember, once upon a time, McDonald's buildings used to look fun, epic, and inviting. Now they don't. Tarsus says Squidward is a misunderstood genius. Wow, really? Do y'all agree with that? I'd like to hear more input on that. Do you guys think that Squidward Tentacles of SpongeBob SquarePants is a misunderstood genius? Wow. Because I can't say this. I think he was there first. You know, in Bikini Bottom, and then SpongeBob moved in afterwards. So Squidward was there first, and everything was fine with him in his life, meaning Squidward, and right in his world until SpongeBob came along. Okay, it's only because of Harold and Kumar that I know what White Castle is. Yeah, so I have an article and I'll tell you all about it. We have reached our half-hour mark, so let me get to it. I'm kind of excited and curious to see what they have to say. For them to make the news, they're on my front page digital news, so I want to read it. I am actually reading from MSN. I'm using that search engine right now. And there's a really cute picture of White Castle. It's white and blue. It's shaped like a Lego castle. And the article is, let me maximize it so I can see. I have a lot of tabs open, guys, and I don't want to accidentally close something down. Thank you. Welcome from Brazil, my crazy original. You've come from far away. Good morning to you or good night. Thank you so much for coming in. Hi. Let me see if I can maximize this without accidentally closing down some windows. I have like 4 or 5 different active windows going. White Castle Chicago location is stepping into the future, now testing robot-powered deliveries with Coco Robotics, Uber Eats, and Checkmate. So, White Castle is about to start delivering food by way of robots. White Castle now uses robots to deliver your order. This article was written /typed by Christian Saclao. Ooh, Y'all ready for the epic change? I'm ready for the epic change. Now it says this, guys. Craving sliders with the side of sci-fi? Question mark. White Castle just made that a reality. And to move straight out of the future, the fast food pioneer has rolled out autonomous delivery robots in Chicago, meaning your next crave case could arrive curbside. Not by car, but by robot. Thanks to a partnership with Coco Robotics and Checkmate, White Castle is turning heads and filling stomachs with high-tech system that syncs seamlessly with Uber Eats and offers real-time tracking without any additional fee. Here's everything we know about White Castle's new and smarter delivery system. Wow, you guys ready for the epic food delivery change? I kinda like it. I know it changes a lot of things for us. But if we use it correctly, that's the thing. Many don't use it correctly. But in the happy spirit of it all, if it's used correctly, it could provide a great balance for those, for example, who don't want to work third shifts. Or for those who do have a job that they love and fast food, but at nighttime there's a different crowd and they don't feel safe, we can put in the robots to kind of supplement that. That would make sense because that's just life. You go to work, the nightlife comes in and you don't feel comfortable working around it because it's just a different type of energy. So it's gonna be harder for managers to fill those slots. So I'm with it in reference to that. Continuing on in the article, it says White Castle embraces robot delivery in Chicago test launch. How you doing, Heath? Plant-based proteins. White Castle is stepping into the future of food delivery for the first time in its 101-year history. You mean to tell me White Castle been around for over 100 years? White Castle is stepping into the future of food delivery for the first time in its 101-year history. Wow, the iconic burger chain is testing robotic delivery in partnership with Coco Robotics, Checkmate, and Uber Eats, with the pilot program rolling out at a single high-traffic location in Chicago. That is, like you guys said, utterly amazing. Customers placing orders through Uber Eats from the participating White Castle restaurant may be greeted by a Coco robot instead of a human driver. Human driver, not driving down the street, no human driver. In 15 years, Lee says everything will be robots. Wow. Consumers placing orders through Uber Eats from the participating White Castle's restaurant may be greeted by a Coco robot instead of a human driver. When the robot reaches this destination, it sends an alert prompting the customer to meet it outside, unlocks its lid via the Uber Eats app, and retrieves their meal, all without extra steps or added fees. So added fees meaning tips, so we don't have to tip the robot. There will come a time when their tips will be needed because they'll start calling it and being slick as service and maintenance fees. Yeah, for the first 3 years, there won't be any tips, but I tell you, a greedy corporate is going to find a way. So we'll have to start tipping them under. Help Danny the robot with his repairs. He drove 1 million miles just in a year to give you your food. Now we need maintenance and repairs fees. They're going to find a way for us to tip the robots. Right now, it's all fine and dandy, but corporate's gonna get greedy sooner or later. Like Oracle said in Matrix, one way or the other, one way or the other. I'm like, thank you, Oracle, for not telling me anything. Oracle, yes, my child. Yes, my friend. Can you please tell me which way to go? One way or the other. You will find a way out. I'm like, I cannot. Oh my goodness, cornflakes, man, cornflakes. This pilot makes a major milestone for White Castle as it explores new ways to innovate the customer's experience by leveraging Coco's zero emission autonomous sidewalk robots. The brand aims to reduce parking lot congestion. What parking lot congestion? It's in and out, man. You go around the thing and you leave. You place your order, you go around the thing and you leave. Yeah, place your order. Come on. By leveraging Cocoa zero emission autonomous sidewalk robots, the brand aims to reduce parking lot congestion, enhance order efficiency, and speed up deliveries without compromising quality. I can't say, when I did order Burger King every single time from a food delivery service, it was cold. And I am a fan of Burger King. But unfortunately, when my family and I would order Burger King for dinner, mom's choice. It was mom's choice. Every time it was always Burger King. The food was always cold, man. It was disappointing, man. Every time. And I just was like, y'all know I love Burger King. Y'all messing up the order all the time. It's not like Burger King is that far, but I wanted to have the luxury of not having to go out and get it. That's what family time is about. Why don't you guys just go in the car and get it? We want to be right where we are, enjoying being lazy. In the spirit and in the name of being lazy, I want DoorDash or Uber Eats to give me my food, even though the place is like a half a mile down from my home. I want to be lazy all day, I don't know. Have you guys ever experienced unbelievably cold food from your food service people? Like the DoorDash people? It's so deflating. I know. Why don't you just get your money back? It's still not the same. Let me go into the comments and see what you guys have to say about this robot technology delivering food to you, to me. White Castle serving cows. When I look at the texture of White Castle's meat patties, they don't look like it. It looks like it's made out of plants. It's so thin, and it's like you don't even have to chew it. It's like it dissolves. So in my mind, it seems like White Castle was veggie burgers. So I tell you about that. I'm wondering now if White Castle is veggie patties, I don't think it'll tell us that though. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, no, White Castle is 100% on me. Sure. And my name is Ronald McDonald, and I don't give a French fry. Oh my goodness. So that is the article at the end of this video, because I'm kind of struggling with multitasking. I have a lot on my plate right now. I will put the link to the article where I read from in there. So if you want to read it for yourself, you can. Perhaps if I slow down, there are times at the end of the video, there will be me actually announcing that, hey, I might be quiet for about 5 minutes because I am putting the links to the articles in the description so I don't have to come back and do it. Perhaps if I remember, I'll do that towards the end so it can just be in there. Y'all, I thought this article was over. I'm glad it's not. I'm scrolling down. There's more to read about. This is a good article, and of all people, White Castle was like one of the first fast food restaurants to jump on the bandwagon for this. I'm surprised because honestly, I thought it would be McDonald's, because McDonald's to me seems like they are the ones leading the way, right? So that's saying a lot. It seems like Chicago, I've only been to Chicago one time in my life, and I liked it, but from my experience, it really seemed tight and congested. I still liked it though, so maybe that's why they opted to choose the White Castle in Chicago for that reason, because of the tightness, We're gonna see. Nonetheless, I'm going to move forward with the article and see what they have to say. It says this partnership is about driving smarter operations where it matters most, said Chris Schaeferly, Vice President of Operations at White Castle. Quote, by testing Coco's robots at high traffic location, we're seeking to ease congestion, speed up service, and allow our team to stay focused on quality, helping us serve more consumers more effectively. Now, I haven't had a day that gone by for at least the 5 times in my life that I've gone to White Castle where I've had a mistake order or the food was cold. So I don't know. Helping us serve more customers more efficiently. I guess they want to improve on being great already. That's the only thing I can say because I haven't had one problem with White Castle since I've been there. Yes, I am John Q. Public. Hercules the Shark will be returning this Friday. Thanks to our glorious fans, family who voted them in. You can thank, I want to give all y'all a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Because of you, Hercules the Shark will be returning this Friday, telling us all his tales. This article is cute. You know, they even put the address on here. The address for this particular White Castle is 2356. And there is the robot. It's so cute. It's red and white. It's got white wheels and a little flag. The flag reminds me of, remember the movie called Short Circuit? And then there was another movie too where there was these senior citizens living in a high rise, and these robots came down and they crash landed there. So basically, the robots helped the senior citizens save their high rise because they fought back. Batteries not included. So this little robot that they're going to be using named Coco at the White Castle in Chicago is really cute, and it looks like the robot from the movie Batteries Not Included. So cool. Thank you guys for your comments and thank you for coming in. I really appreciate your patience. Like I said, man, and I mean it. We have so many people on here. You could have been anywhere, but you're giving your time here. So that really means a lot. She could have been anywhere. Let me put thank you right there and put add. And I'm making sure I do take my time because there's no need for me to rush. I have this time slotted out. There are a few days where I do have to kind of rush because I have other things planned for the day. But primarily, I try to block out enough time in advance or get things done so I can slow walk this, because I try to keep it at 45 minutes or an hour. But there are times when I'm moving really slowly as far as motor functions. And in the top of that, I just don't want to leave yet. So I'll just be on here a little longer. The article continues. Wow. I'm going to read some more. How Coco robots are changing the game in urban delivery. Yes. You know what? You know what, Iman? It took me years to remember that. All I see is the picture of how they look in the cover art. So right on to the people who designed the cover art for the movies. But yes, Iman said batteries not included. I've been trying to figure out what was the name of that movie for the longest. You and me both. And I finally committed it to memory. I honestly think there's some weird stuff going on because I had a hard time remembering a lot of the simplest things. And it just didn't make sense. Like brain fog, my brain fog was so severe. And I mean, it seemed like it plagued me all my life. But now it seems like I'm coming out of it and I'm starting to remember things more. So I hope you guys are starting to remember things more as well. I know I'm not the only one who was suffering from that. I just think it was something weird going on and it just plagued me for a long time. But yeah, batteries not included, followed by Short Circuit, are two great robot movies from our time. They're inspirational, kid-friendly, family-friendly. Every once in a while, you can find them for free because they're so old. You can more than likely find those two movies for free to watch. So thank you for that, guys, for coming in. and bring your input in about the robot. I'm gonna put a robot. I'm gonna put a robot in the chat. Robot in the chat. Yeah, that's a good movie. Maximum Overdrive, Derek. That's the name of a movie, isn't it? And it sounds like a name of a video game as well. Isn't Maximum Overdrive a name of a video game as well? Speaking of that, there's a dinosaur movie that's coming out beside the Jurassic Park one. There's another one coming out. I talked about it in one of my other morning moves. It sounds like a name of a video game because there is a video game that's out, but it's only available for like the computer, the personal computer. So I was confused. I'm like, is this new dinosaur movie a video game or is it a dinosaur movie? So I took the time to look it up, and it's two separate entities, but one is a video game, PC only, and one is a dinosaur movie that's coming out. It's like a generic Jurassic Park movie, but I want to see that too. I like dinosaurs. Da 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 da. Everybody do the dinosaur. Da 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. Everybody do the dinosaur. Shama mama moo, shama mama moo. Everybody do the dinosaur. Yeah, I like that song. There was a movie that my husband and I were watching, and they played that song in the movie. I was like, yeah. Everybody do the dinosaur. Shama mama moo, shama mama moo, shama mama moo, moo 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 moo. Moving forward. Like AI, the machines took over Maximum Overdrive. That sounds really fun. That's what it usually ends up in. All things that are created ends up, at least on this planet. On this plane, everything that's been created is always turned into some type of rebellion. It's a sad shame. I mean, there's stuff in this theory in our head that everything repeats itself. So they said it, I didn't. So take that, y'all who said that. If history repeats itself, prepare for another rebellion. Whether we want it or not. How cool robots are changing the game in urban delivery. Urban delivery. Cool Robotics is no stranger to the streets of Chicago. Since launching in the city in 2024, the company's compact AI-powered delivery bots have become a familiar and increasingly welcome sight in busy neighborhoods. I want to see why and how that's a thing, guys. Why and how? Why and how? It's the ask. It's the ask. Engineered for dense urban environments, Coco's autonomous is an autonomous, a monogamous hippopotamus. Use your vowels. Autonomous. Now say it faster. Autonomous. Slow down. Autonomous robots have already logged more than 500,000 safe zero-emission deliveries. Wow. So I think before announcing this, the robots have already logged more than 500,000 safe zero-emission deliveries in major cities, including Los Angeles, Miami, and Helsinki. In Chicago specifically, they've navigated everything from snow-packed sidewalks to cracked pavement, earning high marks for reliability, food integrity, and winter performance. I think that's a really cool thing. So yeah, Coco is already completing hundreds of thousands of orders, proving that autonomous food delivery is scaling rapidly, end quote, says Melissa Files, Chief Commercial Officer at Coco Robotics. By experiencing our footprint through partners like Uber Eats, we've unlocked opportunities with national brands such as White Castle, bringing autonomous excuse me, autonomous delivery to a quick service staple that's embracing technology to keep up with demand in high traffic locations. Cue the bird. Ah, high traffic locations. That's really cool. And speaking of high traffic locations, you guys are really participating in this vote. We have some more votes in the city. Which cereal would you choose today in this one shiny moment? Honey Bunches of Oats, any kind, is at a 32%. Check cereal, any kind, is at 36%. And pass, I'll just have orange juice in my Squidward voice, is at 32%. What will I choose today? I'm currently eating Fruit Loops mixed with y'all, I was about to say I'm currently eating Fruit Loops with Raisin Bran. Fruit Loops mixed with Lucky Charms. Oh man, no! So since I cannot physically participate in the vote, I will choose out of here. And I'm choosing Honey Bunches of Oats. Today's cereal I am choosing CEREAL. I am choosing is Mother Goose and Grimace. No, not Mother Goose and Grimace. Mother Goose and Grimace is not a name of a cereal, although it is a name of a good show. So that's the cereal I'm choosing today. Honey Bunches of Oats. And that's that on that. Who knows what I'll pick tomorrow. Let me put this back here and let the other guys know what's going on too. Thank you guys for participating in the survey. Let me put the answer in over for the other platform too. I'm on 2 different platforms at the same dang time, multitasking and doing my best to just get it done and have some fun. Let me see what else is left in this article. They have the brains behind the bot, how Checkmate and Uber Eats kept orders moving. What? Behind the scenes, the White Castle's robotic delivery pilot is a seamless tech infrastructure powered by Checkmate. Formerly, it's a Checkmate and Uber Eats together. They ensure that autonomous deliveries run smoothly from order placement to robotic handoff. Checkmate's integration serves as the connective tissue. Wow, the connective tissue. Hey, connective tissue. Checkmate's integration serves as the connective tissue between White Castle's in-store point of sale system and Uber Eats menu and Coco's delivery robots. This real-time sync keeps orders flowing efficiently, eliminating manual entry errors and making sure everything is in lockstep. Lockstep sounds kind of tough and strong. So, how much tighter do you need to be? Now, when they say stuff like that, it makes me kind of grow a little weary. Are you gonna be locking us into the building? Why did you have to say eliminate manual entry errors and making sure everything is in lockstep? Well, now that don't sound safe. They could have left that part out. Now I'm looking at y'all differently. Let me go back up here. Once again, thank you everybody for coming in and participating in this glorious survey and for participating in whether or not you want to see more of Hercules the shark. And though the majority rules, most of you want to see Hercules the shark, I want to see Hercules the shark as well. I am going to take the time and share this article. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking so I can share it and put it into my description to the best of my ability. Sometimes when I'm live streaming, multitasking can be challenging, but I can say this: if you want to have some type of office job, live streaming is the great practice because I have to talk and read 3 different screens at the same time. And I'm looking for how to share this article with you. It's a lot, it is. And even with gaming, it's no different because you have to use your eyes, use your mind, and communicate with friends at the same time, and eat food, and drink, and keep, if you care, if you don't get into that zone, and keep aware of your surroundings to make sure your family don't need anything. Sometimes it just be like that, but just saying all that, that's how incredible the human mind is. Just in the reference of gaming, it's like you do so much stuff without even realizing it. And now that I'm saying all the things out loud, it's like we're pretty effing cool, meaning human beings. We do a lot. I think social media, for lack of a better word, or entertainment, they try to make it seem like we are incapable of doing wonderful things. All that stuff I said in the realm of live streaming and video gaming is a lot of things at one time. And my apologies to all the people who get talked down upon who play video games. It's a lot of mental strength training that's involved with video games. And I think you guys should give it a go if you need help with multitasking and cognitive skills, and it sharpens your reasoning. And, if you care, you go into a video game, and be like, my intentions of playing this video game is, number one, to have fun. Number two, my intentions of playing this video game is to strengthen my decision making, like to be quicker, not take so long to make a decision. You can go into these video games and do that. Now, I don't know everything about video games, but I do know that one thing for sure. That's a great learning tool to use. So while I was chatting with you guys, I was copying and pasting the link to where I was reading from. So if you want to, open the link and see what I'm seeing at the same time, you will be able to. I did a good job. And now I'm giving the credit to like the person who wrote / typed this article, and then I'll be finished with that portion. Copy and paste. One of my wacko's wishes is to incorporate more time to play video games, but I can't say I pat myself on the shoulder because I've been able to get on Roblox. I got on Roblox 2 times, and I had a really good time. So this article was written / typed by there. All right. So the article is in there so you guys can see. That's an extremely profound perspective. Yeah. So if you guys unfortunately get in a tiff with a ding dong, be it a girl or a guy, you can say that too. Because video games are, to me, designed to strength build you. When we went to school, teachers put things in a game form and a music form, something fun. So that's what video games are to me too. I'm quite sure, unbeknownst to yourselves, after you play a video game, you've taken some of those video game skills and applied it to your everyday life without even thinking about it. Think about your favorite game that you gravitated to when you were a child. Think about the favorite game you gravitated to when you were like a teen, to an adult, to whatever age you are now, and see if some of those things that you've applied in video games you're not adapting to daily life. First, talking with your friends, giving consultation advice, being the listening ear, listening to them say stuff. It's so many things that gaming allows. Community fellowship. So I'm quite sure those gaming skills you have been unawarely applying to your everyday life. Do you have a favorite video game? I would choose race car games like Need for Speed, Most Wanted, and I also love playing Prince of Persia. Cool. Well, I like Roblox. I like Mario Karts. I do like Call of Duty. I'm terrible at it. I'm so trash at that game, but I like it. I can't say that. I am not gonna get on here and be fronting and being the poser, talking about I like video games, which I do, but I'm terrible at it. I like playing Mortal Kombat. I don't know everything about all the characters, but I like Mortal Kombat because I don't want to say because I grew up with it. I like Mortal Kombat because it's a very innovative game. There was Street Fighter, there was Mortal Kombat. You got two choices, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was more advanced. You know how they had PlayStation and they had Xbox? Well, at that time, Mortal Kombat was the PlayStation of games. It was so suave. It was like fancy and sleek. It was advanced and like a more of a mature game far as concept and how they made the characters, so that's why I gravitated to Mortal Kombat, and I still like it to this day. It's, to me, it's a more of a superior game far as backstory, the creation of the characters. That's why I like it. So you have here, it all started with Mario, then Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, Mortal Kombat is epic. See? Mario, then Sonic. Same here. And, just thinking back, that allowed you to have conversation. You may have been the person who maybe had some issues with being shy and didn't know it, but if you talked about video games, you folded right into the system with talking with your friends, your guy friends, because it allowed you to talk about something positive, something fun that you all could relate to. And by having that source topic of video games to talk about, it helped break you out of your shell. It helped you be able to start talking about other things. It's a great builder. It's a great social builder for communication. And all you do is just build on top of that. And before you know it, you're communicating with guys more fluidly. You're communicating with females more fluidly, all because of a video game. So, and you said Street Fighter was a classic. It was. You guys remember the movie? I like the movie. I like the movie. Man, I have to. It's tea today because my voice has been getting hoarse. I think I'm still recovering from the video I made. There was a live video, I think it was video number 4, where I was going, well, Hercules the Shark was going live and something happened to me. And I had to take the day off because I had to recover. I started losing my voice. Something happened. So I think I'm still recovering from last week's incident. And it's taken a long time too because I only been talking with you guys for an hour. But sometimes when I'm talking with my family, I still lose my voice and I have to be careful. So I'm still healing from that, I think. Street Fighter was Jean-Claude Van Damme's best movie. Wow! And you cursed. I'm telling. Because you work so hard. Thank you so much. I shall take a bow. I shall take a bow. Thank you very much. Yeah, I really have a good time on here. YouTube is a place where I get to unapologetically be myself. And I feel that when you guys game, you feel the same way. Before there was YouTube, there was video games. So you have fellowship, camaraderie, and a niche. So you guys can just hang out like how we're hanging out. Video games, to me, was basically like YouTube, where if you are brave enough, it will help sharpen you to continue being the best you. It allows you, if you're nervous, to test things out in your small group. to see if what sticks or not. Fires in reference of changing as life goes on. It strengthens your moral character. If you are a goofball, it continues to positively reinforce you to continue to be that goofball, because that's one of the gifts that you were born with, and it will help get you through a lot of dark times in life. Video gaming is a reflection of who you are, not because you're playing all the bad killing games. It's just when you're playing the game, what it makes you feel, all your happy thoughts, all the things that are surrounded by you, all the conversations that you hear. There are times when you may want to be on a video game and you're like, I don't want to conversate, but I want to hear what's going on in the other rooms. You can hear what's going on with them. You're like, you know what? I used to be that way. You know, I'm not like that anymore. It's a mirror, because when you go on video games, you're in there with people of all ages. So it's like you can see where you've come, where you are, and where you're possibly going. You can graduate as a gamer. You start off as a kid, you talked as a kid. And then when you turn into an adult, you're still gaming with your homies. But now they may have kids. Some of y'all got married. Some of y'all went through a lot of things. But your conversation is different, you know? And you're still just trying to find ways to empower yourselves and still incorporate gaming. That's how I feel like this on YouTube. So I think it's a brave move, you know, being a gamer when you're online and when you're showing your face and when you're putting yourself out there, using your voice and letting people into your world. Because, you know, if you don't have a private room to game, depending on what type of microphone you have, all of those strangers are going to be hearing what's going on in the background too. So you're letting people into your world, and it's open for criticism, no different from me being on YouTube with you guys. So I want to just say you guys are brave for doing that, because there's a lot of thought that comes into it. I think that's why so many people get on here and put on an essence or an air that there's something that they're not, because to them it's easier to be false than real, because you're going to get judged and picked apart. I get judged and picked apart, but I don't mind, because at least I'm being real with y'all instead of being fake like Omar. Oh. Thank you, guys. So Rhombus Rubus said in Street Fighter, it sounds like Ryu is yelling, "Are you kidding? Are you kidding?" Sounds like Hercules. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I put that in there in one of the streams. Anything else? Let me see here. Thank you guys for the compliments. I believe, well, let me look and see if I finished reading that article. I was reading an article about White Castle. For those of you who do not know, because we are actually in another hour, how do you say that? I got on here at 5, okay? And it's 6:11 a.m. in the morning, right? And this is like the first hour. So at the top of the hour, well, I think I'm getting at the top of the hour, about 15 minutes in, I started reading an article about White Castle. Did you know that restaurant is going to start delivering our food with robots? They did a tester one in Chicago, and that's where it's starting. And the name of the robot that will be delivering your White Castle food is called Coco. You know what? Like Coco from Disney. Oh man, now I'm gonna have to rewatch Coco to see if there was some subliminal messages in there from the Coco movie in reference to Coco delivering our food. So COCO is the name of the robot that will be delivering White Castle food to the people in Chicago. And let me see, it has, did I read all that? White Castle's automation journey started in the kitchen. In the kitchen. In the kitchen. In the kitchen. You mean y'all building robots in the kitchen? Now that's a red flag for sanitary misuse. Why would they say that? White Castle's automation journey started in the kitchen. Now I'm looking at White Castle sideways. Why would you put that in the article? So next to your burgers, you building robots? So is White Castle sprinkling nanites in our burgers to turn us into robots now? What's happening? I'm getting scared. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Okay. Good morning, Health Cobblepot. Thank you, and good morning to you, by the way. It is officially 6:13 a.m. in the morning. Good morning to all of y'all. Good morning to y'all. Thank you for coming in, and I hope that y'all Monday morning will be a wonderful time. No other way to start the morning as an adult than coming over here and acting like a couple of goofballs, right? Yeah, let's get on here and be funny. Do you remember the show Small Wonder? It sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of Wonder Years. I'll have to look into that, Derek Carrot. Thank you for your question. Let me see. Small Wonder. You remember Disney? They be like the world of wonders, world of wonders, world of the wonderful world of Disney. Now for our feature presentation. I'm like, the shut up, the movie about to start. Everybody sit down and be quiet. So I'm looking it up right now. Small Wonder. A suburban family has exciting adventures with their next door neighbors and a robot that looks like a human child. Oh boy. These are the times we are in now. I should not be scared. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I had 2 live streams going on, so I'm cross-collateralizing the chat. So we have Derek Carrot. He asked us, do you remember the show called Small Wonder? Which led me to talking about the wonderful world of Disney. So I typed it in, and Small Wonder is a show, right? About a suburban family has exciting adventures with their next door neighbors and a robot that looks like a human child. A robot that looks like a human child. A robot that looks like a human child. I will not be scared. I will not go faint into the night. I will not go quietly into the night. I will stand my ground and not be scared. Why that sounds scary? Because we in that right now. This TV show came out September 7th, 1985, May 1989. This show was released September 7th, 1985 to 1989. And we are here in it right now. Living in America. Oh boy. And I say to myself, I ain't scared. Oh yeah. Thank you for sharing that valuable information. Man, that's messed up, man. A robot child. So if that's the case, since, everybody supposed to be on one accord, are we going to start babysitting these robotic children now? Hey, let's think on the bright side. Everybody want to be somebody. Robots are blending in with the humans, so it's going to be like, we need somebody to watch our bad robot baby kids. Can you watch our robotic baby kids? Because we want to go on vacation. So are the robots going to start getting tired and we have to start babysitting their kids? Hey, here we go. Can you watch my robot child while we go away for a few days? And I guess, what do he eat? Oil. I got that. What else do your robot child need? I got a TV. Just plug it in. Oh my goodness. It's just which way is which, man. You know, you gotta keep on turning life's lemons into lemonade so you don't go crazy. They say I'm crazy. They say I'm crazy. They say I'm crazy. Probably. Welcome to the wonderful world, man. It's a lot of things. Just leave them on the charger. Yo, Imam said just leave them on the charger. Welcome to the new and improved Sunnyside Daycare, where we specialize in watching your robotic kids only. All we gotta do is what Imam said, is just roll them in and sit them on the charger. They will be here for all your needs. While you are gone, we will take care of your robotic kids. We'll plug them into our fine superior charger, where they will have the most quality electricity coursing through their robotic bodies, and they will be charged and refueled for their pickup. All they need is oil, and we have that on abundance. Life didn't give us lemons. Ancient farmers did by mixing. Oh my goodness. They took it there. Rubus took it there. Rubus took it there. Yo, in this life and time, imagination, to which we all have been blessed with, imagination is a gift. This will keep us going forward when times get dark. That's why life try to beat it out of every last one of us. Once again, we are born with the gift of imagination. We all have it. That's why life try to beat it out of us, because imagination, to which they're putting in movies now, they want us to just use our imagination now. After you beat it out of us for all of our life, now you want us to go back in our bag and find it. It might not be as easy for all of us to find it. It's going to take some time. No different from when you find out you're living a lie and you want to do the work and try to make things right. It's going to take some time. So imagination is your key. Imagination is your source. Imagination is your power. Imagination is you. I apologize for all of you who have gotten imagination beaten out of you. I hope you find it really fast and you hold on to it, because that's you. That's a part of you. That's your best friend. You know, that's what makes you you, and life will be better. It's a lot of work, but what isn't? It's worth fighting for. So yeah, thank you, Kendrick Newman Murrow. Thank you so much. So guys, limits, like most problems, are man-made. Yes, they are. In addition to them wanting us to not use our imagination. You are an artist. I have an excellent imagination as well. Exactly. Use that imagination. That's your strength right there. That's your currency, man. That's what makes you who you are. You didn't just come out of thin air, you know? You didn't just come out of thin air, and you were not a mistake. I had to do some deep diving on that. You know, we are not mistakes, because if everything is thought out and planned already, let's just say the superheroes in the sky already saw it coming and already put us in the place. So our job in life is to just be true to who we are, and we'll get to where we need to be a lot faster. So we're not a mistake. Higher powers always saw it coming, already saw us coming, already knew when we were going to be here. which is why there's so many negative obstacles placed on us, so we can believe the lie that we weren't supposed to be here, believe the lie that we are a mistake by wedlock, or oh, I married the wrong person, or some bad things happened to me. We were all planned and we're supposed to be here. So I just gotta let you guys know that. So with your imagination, you can do a lot of things. You gotta use it. They'll try to beat it out of you in elementary. Have you been on Roblox lately? These kids act super duper grown. It makes me sad because they're losing their innocence of being creative so young. You know, and that's the stuff that you're gonna need to keep you going. That's the stuff you're gonna need to keep you going. Hey, Sam Gloves, thank you for coming in. Welcome to the party, and good morning to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm happily married. I have it in my YouTube post. My husband and I have been married for 10 years. Our wedding anniversary was last month. We've been together for 10 years. And to me, it only seemed like we've been together for a day or a year, if that. Time has gone by super fast since I've got married. So I guess it's true. Life do go fast when you have fun. Yeah, marriage is not for everyone. Everything is not for everyone, but if you have it in you to want to get married, go for it. Because when you find the right one, it really works out great. So, all things aren't for everyone. I can't say that. That comes in with being yourself. You have the choice to choose what you want. If you want to be a computer operator, but everybody like, you cannot do that, you can't do this, that's affirmation to say that that's what you should be doing then. You know, that's a sign that you should be doing it. The magnitude of the hate that you get and discouragement that you get when you're pursuing something positive is the sign that you are going in the right direction. So do your best to fight and cut through all that negative stuff and use it as your compass to say that I'm on the right path, because I'm getting so many negative results from people who claim they love me or are here for me. Thank you guys so much. This cereal is really good. Sometimes when I'm on morning mood, I'll just have a conversation and it spills off to the other thing, which is why I like it here, because every show I have, I get a different flow that happens, and I just talk where I feel I should, you know. I talk where I feel I should, and I really enjoy helping people to the best of my ability. Do you have any? Because I have to clean, and when I don't, because I do enjoy cleaning. I'm talking to the other streamer, I'm talking to Sam Gloves. I had to use the plastic bag. So in the realm of getting creative, if I don't, and I'm cleaning something new, I'll use some plastic bags from the grocery store and wrap around my hands, and then I use those to clean. Or when I'm dyeing my hair, I've used the plastic bags from my hands, and I dye my hair and throw them away. Gotta get creative. Gotta get creative. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and coming on with me this morning. I'm having a great time. I'm not leaving, but I'm just taking the time to say thank you. I'm just going where the chat leads, you know, and just really enjoying myself chatting with you guys. We're having a little harmony here, having a little fellowship. That's what it's about. It's no different from gaming. And there are times when you're just with people and you don't have to say much. There are moments when you, like for instance, I just push go live and I may not have something to say, but just the presence in being here is it's enough. Less is more sometimes. You're just having someone here to just shoot the breeze, or just to know that you're present, is all that you need. Remember silent time in school? We would have silent moments where the teacher would just be like, you know, let's just have a moment of silence. Well, we did, where the teacher in the summertime, because it would get really hot, and I don't think we had air conditioner. I really don't think we had air conditioner at our school. So when it would get really hot, our teacher would turn the lights off and have all the windows open. And he would just, like say silent time. And we would just be quiet. We didn't even have to put our heads down or anything. We just would have a moment of silence. And it really helped. It really helped a lot. It's a place just to gather. And another reason too, now that I'm thinking back, we had a lot of bees, so we had to have a bee's nest near our window, because there were times in the summer towards it leading to summer vacation getting close to start. That's when we had the most bees coming into our fourth grade room. When it was closer to summer vacation time, our teacher would have to turn off the lights to get the bees out, because I think there was someone in our class who was allergic to bees. And that's when I learned about that too. I believe I learned about EpiPens in fourth grade. So it was like 93, 94. So it was late 93 going into 94. I learned about EpiPens. And I learned that people could be allergic to bees. That scared me, because I'm like, why? How could someone be allergic to bees? That has to be an awful way to live. It's so sad, at least from a child's point of view. I feel so sad for the child, because I'm like, man, how could you be allergic to bees? How do you go outside and play and not worry? So that's pretty heavy. But that's what I learned about that and shutting off the lights and stuff. Fourth grade was good times, good memories nonetheless. So, yeah. Let me look through here. I am going to see if I have anything else written in this article. Oh, yes. White Castle's automation journey started in the kitchen. Now, that's how we got on that conversation about the TV show Small Wonder TV show. Thank you for sharing that with us. So it says here, White Castle's foray, yes, Foray, White Castle's foray into robotics delivery isn't its first dance with automation. What? It says the company has a proven track record of embracing emerging tech to improve efficiency and service. Cue the bird. Efficiency and service. Back in 2020, the iconic burger chain became one of the first quick service restaurants to test Flippy. Yeah, the AI-powered robotic fry cook developed by Miso Robotics. I do remember that robot. But I thought Flippy was from another restaurant. So Flippy was from White Castle. So back in 2020, the iconic burger chain became one of the first quick service restaurants to test Flippy. The AI-powered robotic fry cook developed by Miso Robotics, designed to handle tasks like frying French fries, onion rings, and other sides. Flippy helps streamline kitchen operations during peak hours, freeing up staff to focus on other areas, which is cool, because if they utilize these robots correctly, like the paragraph said, it says Flippy helps streamline the kitchen operations during peak hours, freeing up staff to focus on other areas. And what comes to mind for us focusing on other areas is the cleanliness of the bathrooms and the dining area. There will be no excuse for the place to be so unsanitary if during those times you do have the relief of the robots helping. It's just a shame that there's a mindset out here that people don't want to clean toilets and stuff. It's a job. One day you're going to regret it. One day you're going to be like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything to have a job. I'll even clean toilets. Now you want to clean toilets? There's nothing wrong with that. It's an honest job. And what I like about cleaning toilets and maintenance work is because there's nobody bothering you, because there's such a stigma around it. I love those types of jobs when I had them. Nobody messed with me. I minded my own business. I cleaned the bathroom, and I was in my own little world. But hey, to each his own. So let me keep going on here. But it says, that's what it says. So I like it. I'm here for this. I got to fix my feet so my legs don't fall asleep. Can you believe I was sitting like that for over an hour? I tell you. Who would have thought? So the rise of robots in fast food delivery. This is an interesting read. Now, I thought The article said it was going to take 3 minutes to read. 3 minutes to read. But y'all, I'm in here over a half hour reading this because I'm improvising and yapping and carrying on. But I'm still not finished with this article. So let me see here. The rise of robots in fast food delivery. White Castle isn't alone in exploring robotic delivery. Oh, they are not alone. So who decided to join this fanfare of having robots come along? We're going to find out. We're going to mess around and find out who else was a part of this one shining moment. Let me put this over here. White Castle isn't alone in exploring robotic delivery. It's part of a growing trend in the restaurant industry while still in its early stages. How is this the early stages? Because it seems like to me they've been talking about having robots into the fast food realm way before 2020. They were talking about this. Remember in 1999 when they thought the world was going to come to its end? They were talking about it then. So you don't have to soften the blow. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking about incorporating robots into restaurants since Prince party like it's 1999. Rest in peace, Prince. That was my guy. All of these service jobs will get filled up. That will leave people or humans to do what they actually love. See, Iman, that's a great point on there. Example, how we were talking about the power of our imagination. We can get the time to self-reflect. For those who haven't had it or haven't figured out a time to self-reflect, it can be chaotic. Like you said, we'll have time to self-reflect and get back to what we love, why we were here in the first place. White Castle isn't alone in exploring robotic delivery. It's a part of a growing trend in the restaurant industry. While still in its early stages, autonomous delivery is quickly gaining traction as brands experiment with tech-driven fulfillment. Cue the bird. Tech-driven fulfillment. Oh, thank you so much, Kendrick Newman. You just watched my video on abusers. I really appreciate you sharing your story, and congratulations on breaking free and finding love and peace. Yes. Now, I wanted to talk more about, I wanted more relationship advice videos, but during that time, I had to be quiet because I actually was scared. I had to wait till the court case and all that stuff was closed because I found out when I was making videos that may not have had anything to do with that situation. My abuser at that time was formulating ways to use my videos against me. So I didn't have support around me, kind of like Umar Johnson situation, if you're familiar with it. I unfortunately dated a guy who was a spitting image of Umar Johnson before there was a Umar Johnson, having said that. So I had to wait for courts to be over. And I just decided to just 86 the whole relationship advice issue. I decided to not talk about myself until all those years pass and I can freely talk about the court case and freely talk about the things that went on in my life. But thank you for watching that. That was a real story. So I'll be able to finally come around and talk about more relationship issues and not have it used against me in that way. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch that, Kendrick. So we're right now, if you're interested, we are at the rise of robots and fast food delivery. I have the article in one of the servers where you can read about White Castle incorporating robots into the future. Thank you so much. That's really cool. You have sisters, so that means you're a brother. Oh, that's awesome. So how do you feel to be a brother? That's really cool. I'm a sister, and that's really cool. Thank you guys for your support. It means a lot. I have senior year. That was a personal project that I started, I think, last year. And it felt good to be able to go back into my history and walk with you during my senior year because I had to separate myself from my immediate family, have some time to grow, and be able to share how my senior year wasn't all roses. Though I got a lot of accolades when I was in high school, it was a bad downside to that too. So in senior year, I talk about some of the things that I went through that was very impactful in a way that was negative, that shaped me to be who I am too. So thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Major players have already dipped their toes into the world of delivery bots. Shake Shack. Now, Shake Shack have delivery bots. Shake Shack, shake 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 shake. Yeah. Major players have already dipped their toes in the world of delivery bots. Shake Shack has partnered with Service Robotics. Domino's teamed up with Neuro for driverless car deliveries. And Chick-fil-A has tested robotic drop-offs using KiwiBot. Each of these pilot programs reflects the shared goal to enhance speed, reduce labor strain, and offer futuristic convenience to customers on the go. On the go to where? Where they gotta go if you bringing the food to them? There's nowhere for them to go. Very good, Kendrick Newman, because that's one of the things these unfortunate men like to do is prey on women who don't have brothers or strong male camaraderie around them. That's one of the reasons I was picked to be victim number whoever, because I have one brother, but our dad did a good job of keeping us separated from him, and my dad is not a good father, so I was alone. And our dad did a good job isolating us and my mom from our family, so I was by myself. So when I went out on my own, boy, I was pickings for the wolves, and that's just what happened. So congratulations for you, because it's true, they do prey on the weak, like Umar Johnson does. That's what it's coming out to be. It's scary. It's very, very scary. Do fries go with that shit? Let me ask the Yin Yang twins. They said, yeah. So many movies are showing how robots are going to be in our homes, i.e. Megan. I like the Megan movies. And this comment comes from Kendrick Newman. It says, back to your topic of discussion. So many movies are showing how robots are going to be in our homes. Remember Smart House from the Disney movie? That movie was good. The Smart House, I'm getting ready to look it up now and see. So we have Small Wonder TV show, and let me type in Smart House. Hang on. Was Smart House with that song they had, Joe, the house is jumping. Joe, hey, the house is jumping. Wasn't that song sung in the Disney movie Smart House? I'm about to type it in now to get the answer. Disney, excuse me. Thank you. Epic burp. Disney, Disney movie, Smart House. I'm about to look it up now. Disney movie Smart House. Smart House is a 1999 Disney Channel original movie that combines science fiction and comedy, focusing on a family that wins a fully automated home that becomes controlling. Smart House premiered in 1999, is directed by LeVar Burton. Oh my gosh! How could I forget the Reading Rainbow Man had a hand in this? Smart House premiered in 1999, is directed by LeVar Burton. The film follows Ben Cooper, a teenage boy who lives with his widowed father Nick and younger sister Angie. Struggling with household responsibilities, Ben enters a contest to win a high-tech home known as the Smart House, which is designed to cater to their every need through an advanced computer system named PAT, also known as Personal Applied Technology. Oh, yo, I gotta write that down. Let me get my ink pen. Hold tight. Smart House. So we have Smart House movie. And then you have, let me look. What did you say? Let me go back. Movies, y'all, movies about robots. You talked about Megan, Subservience. I'm writing those movies down. I want to see Megan Part 2. I'm very happy about Megan. I'm very excited because she's a fresh face. You know, a fresh face. Oh my gosh. Let me plug in my cell phone, y'all. I thought this thing was plugged in. Let me see. I don't want the battery to go down. Hold on just a second. Okay, we good. I thought my battery was acting up. I'm like, no. AI, you failed me. You didn't tell me. Girl, go plug in your computer. Go plug in your cell phone. Megan, and you have Subservience. I'm writing those movies down. I'm spelling it wrong. S-U-B. And then we talked about batteries not included in Short Circuit. Remember on Flubber with Weebo? I liked Weebo. I liked Weebo from Flubber. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Thanks, guys, for waiting with me while I jotted those notes down. We're really having a good time chatting here, aren't we? Let's see here. Kendrick Newman moral. It doesn't make you weak because someone preys on you. What can't kill you only makes you stronger, meaning you were already strong enough to endure, survive. Man, tell me about it. That was one of the takeaways I took. Like, how can I say that? When I was about 75% out of it, I started to realize stuff like that. You know, I really started to realize stuff like that too, to lift myself up. Thank you so much for that. What do we have on here? The movie AI with the kid from Sixth Sense. Dude, okay. We have, oh yeah, AI was good too. So many examples. Man, tell me about it. Rhombus Rubus and Jude's Law. Astro Boy is such a cute movie. Isn't it cute? It's so realistic. You know how his dad was, and you know, I'm like, dang, it has some serious moments in there. I was glad though. Subservience with Megan Fox, the mother from Minnie, the mother from Married with Children. I'm glad you said that because you know what? I actually thought that was the woman from the Progressive Lady. You know the Progressive Lady? I thought that that was the Progressive Lady in Smart House. But how could that be? So what I'm trying to say is the Married with Children's woman, which is the mom Iman, like you said, I thought the Married with Children's mom was also the Progressive Lady. So having said that, I thought she did both things. But yeah, that makes so much sense because they look the same. That's right. That was a good movie. Chappie, I've heard of that. Yeah, rest in peace to Robin Williams. Yeah, we're all around the same age. The Terminator. And some of us who are younger are probably just as, what do you call it? An old soul. I'm not discrediting the old souls because when we were young, you know, we were probably considered the old soul. So welcome to the fold. The Terminator. I tell you, the Terminator is good. Do you think they're going to come out with another Terminator? If they do, it has to be well crafted. Because the last one, wasn't the last one the Genesis? Boy. All I can say is that's a topic unto itself. You know, I talked about Pulp Fiction for a couple of hours and I could have went on and on talking about that. I talked about Jurassic Park movies for a couple of hours. So I can talk about the Terminator movie for a long time too. So I'm going to write that down too. You know, if I talk about the Terminator movies, I'm going to have to bring more snacks. So I won't have to be going back and forth. I'll have to bring snacks and probably have 2 or 3 of my thermoses on standby. So I like Total Recall. Now, reference to Total Recall Part 1, because it's the original, I like it because it was, what's that word? They used their imagination. To my knowledge, they were the first to really think outside the box when it came to the creativity of their hair and makeup with the aliens. That was good. I like number 2 simply because it brought us in to the modern day world, and you have to, because if you don't, the new generation won't have a reason to go back. But number 1 is good, but I'm thankful for how number 2 was made, to spark a curiosity to make the modern generation want to go back and put the pieces together and see what's been going on, what's really going on, and what could be going on. So I can't say that. So shouts out to any of the movies who do a remake and actually put some thought into it, so it can cause the new generation to want to go back to where it started. That's the art and artistry. That's the art and artistry. No different from making music or pictures or how we're talking. Yo, because of y'all, we went back and started talking about Small Wonder. Small Wonder is from 1985 to 1989. This whole topic alone made us go back to like shows with our parents' time and our great greats time perhaps. And now we're talking about Smart House. That's from 1999. That's still from our time, but we're dang near about to be grown. So we're touching into 2 generations now. You know what I'm saying? So that's really cool. The curiosity to want to go back. I have a love-hate for sequels. I understand that. I do. The remake of Total Recall is closer to the source material. Can't you feel that? Can't you feel that? Can't you feel that? That's good. It's like every generation has more permission to release more information. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to make everybody stronger. Shouts out to us, the brave adults who aren't afraid to embrace the new movies and find some glimmer of hope out of it, some knowledge so we can apply it to ourselves so we don't become extinct by default. We are very creative people and we are wonderfully made, but we do have to update ourselves too so we can stay in the know, not because of fear of missing out, but just to stay in the know. As times change, we have to kind of adapt and know what's going on. We don't have to necessarily swim in the pool, but it's best to go around to see what you can harvest and learn as times change. You don't want to become prehistoric by default. You don't even have to have a college degree to stay current. Thank goodness to artificial intelligence and YouTube and how I'm just talking with you guys and you remind me about stuff and we're putting this stuff together, we're helping one another out. But the first Total Recall has Arnold, so it's better. Arnold, he'll be back. Of course, of course. Like Jurassic Park 1 will always have a special place in my heart. Always and forever. You know, but I do like the new Jurassic Park that's out. Why? Because it's continuing the story from the first one. Had it not been for the origin, there wouldn't be any other Jurassic Parks to enjoy. So always go back to number 1. We had the rise and fall. We had the rise. Oh, that wasn't in there. Oh, premonition. Is it a premonition? The rise of robots and fast food delivery. We've talked about that. As the technology matures and customers' expectation shifts, robot-powered delivery may soon become a standard part of fast food experience. I totally agree on that. It's already a part of the fast food experience because rather not you're aware of it, those kiosks that are in there where you can go in and not talk to a person but just tap on a few buttons and get your order, that's part of the shenanigans of it all, right? Yeah. So oops, let me get out of that window because I might accidentally close that down. I don't want to do that. Is there anything else in this article? Or did we come to the end of the article? Sources, Coco Robotics, Nation's Restaurant News. Read the original article here. What do you mean read the original article here? You guys, I thought I was reading the original article. It says here at the bottom of this article, read the original article here. White Castle now uses robots to deliver your order. I'm going to click on the hyperlink and see what it says. Geekspin, they should have been... I roll. Shouts out to the geeks. The original article is from Geekspin. White Castle now uses robots to deliver your order. So I will have to give credit to Geekspin as well, because it's saying the same exact thing, but perhaps that website that I read it from gave, Geekspin gave them permission to read it. So I had to leave this tab open to remind myself to put them in there for credit. Good mercy. I need to take my time, make sure I don't push the wrong button as I toggle through all these tabs. They don't make action movies like they did in the 90s. No, with all the explosions and the bells and whistles and guys guying. Today's action movies, are there any action movies? Are there any action movies that have hit theaters? Wow, that's crazy. It would be nice to have some action movies. We've got like the End Games, but yes, there's action in the End Games movies, the Avengers movies and stuff, but it's not the type of action that you see, like you said, in Terminator, Total Recall. It's a different type of action. Should I say a different type of fighting style as well? You should watch these Black Mirror episodes. I have fallen behind on the Black Mirror, but it's funny because who was making the Black Mirror reference? Y'all remember the Armand Wiggins baby oil situation, right? A lot of the people who were recording that scenario, they all kept saying it's like we're in the episode of Black Mirror, because everyone was recording the scene, not doing anything about it, but they were just all around recording it. Not saying I don't think that's a good idea, bruh, this is poor timing. Bruh, read the room. Dude, what are you doing? They were just around stating, this reminds me of Black Mirror. We're all recording. And so that was creepy. So when I did watch those clips from different YouTubers to get a different angle and a different perspective from the same scene, it kept saying the same thing, and that was kind of scary. I think so too. Do you think they're going to pass away and then come back in some unforeseen timeline? Goodness, man. Whew. The ultimate sacrifice. I think that should not be the ultimate sacrifice. I mean, it's kind of played out now. I think the ultimate sacrifice is to tough it out and endure this thing called life. The ultimate sacrifice is sticking into this game called life during the good times, the bad times, the dark times, and the times where it seems so hard to get out of, when it seems hopeless. That's the ultimate sacrifice. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. So, having said that, I am going to... Now, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm like, girl, did I just close that window? And it took me all day to get that window open. LA, I know you did not just close that window. You're making it inconvenient for yourself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're sorry. You're sorry. You're sorry. You're sorry. You're sorry. Then the dude flew out the window. Nail that movie. The Craft. Man, that girl was crazy, wasn't she? She's like, you're sorry? You're sorry? You don't want friends like that. Whew. That movie didn't teach you anything. I hope it's that. You don't want a friend like the crazy girl in The Craft. She took power. She took absorbing power and wanting to be powerful to the dark side of the moon. You know how they say you flew too close to the sun? Well, that girl went to the dark side of the moon, and she was never the same. Hey, I think the only way that will be possible is if I made some tutorial videos that they can replay and watch over and over. Because I did a video maybe 7, 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, where I didn't want to be a teacher because it seems like purgatory. That's my point of view. I don't even care about the kids being bad. That's not a thing. It's just I'm sitting there teaching the same thing over and 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 over. And what makes it worse is that I feel sorry for the teachers. Every year, they have to take down all those decorations that they spent so much time making and putting up and putting down the pretty rugs and making the butterflies and the rainbows. And you mean to tell me every year they got to take all that hard work down? Every year? And then on top of that, they may not even be guaranteed to have the same room that they love. It could have been the perfect room that had the perfect feng shui for the children, for yourself. It's just, I cannot. That being a teacher inside a building is not for me, but I will be better off just making some lessons and y'all watch it over and over. You know, stuff like that. Yeah, hey, the way things are shaping up, that's what this is turning out to be. Shameless plug. I do have Elay TV too, where I have some Minecraft videos on there. No, not Minecraft. Well, I do have Minecraft videos on there, but I'm not playing Minecraft. I did some Minecraft reviews. Elay TV 2 has me playing Roblox. I need to upload some more current Roblox videos. And I do follow people on Roblox and I comment on them because I like watching the Roblox stories. I'll be bugging out. And you guys, it's another way to stay current with the times. With Roblox, you can see, it's a great eye gate to see how your child's world is evolving. I've been on Roblox since our child's been on Roblox. Our child's been on Roblox since like 6 years old. And when I was on there with him playing, and you could see where the kids' minds were, where the music was, how they talked, how they treated people. And you can still see that there was a lot of disrespect going on, but I did see kids standing up for one another. Now that our child is graduated and he's in college, I've been on Roblox, and the demographic of how they talk, how they choose to dress on there, what type of games they choose to play within Roblox, because it's a big sandbox. You can pretend to make your own games, worlds inside worlds. They're talking different. Their conversations that they're having amongst themselves are so heavy. The music that they have on is modern. So I recommend and encourage, if you want to have your ear to the ground and know what's going on with the kids, get into Roblox and just read the chats. You don't have to engage, but just play and stuff and just see where these kids are at. And it's like, oh my gosh. Oh man. Wow, what can I do to help? You know, because it's not entirely their fault. It's just how the system is sped up so fast. It's like, oh man. But yeah, that's that on that. It says here, I used to draw art for a first grade school teacher to make extra money. The best part was when they invited me to the school and introduced me to all the kids. That's cute. You their tiny little hands. They don't even look real, man. They're so small. They make me laugh. Yeah. So I'm not saying I don't like kids. I love kids, man. They're so cool. People in general are cool. You know, we've got bad apples because poor upbringing and the mindset that's been developed. You won't be able to save them all, but most of the people who come on here and act like sacks is because they are unwilling to accept the reality that they are in, unwilling to do the work to change it. And it's just easier sitting there poking fun at everybody else. It is what it is, but kids are cool, man. But thanks to social media, i.e. YouTube, there's other ways to still be able to use that imagination, so I can place myself in other fields that I like, where I still can thrive and be comfortable at. But yeah, thankfully, I don't have to go into the realm of being that type of brick and mortar teacher anymore, because due to technology and people not being so stuffy in choosing a career path, it pays so many branches and avenues for people to, strive and be successful. Yeah, they do. So I have LA TV tool where that's a focus on shorts, Minecraft, Roblox, and then I have one where I have Funko Pops, because I collect Funkos. Those toys are awesome. For those of you who may not be aware of what Funkos are, I have one by me. It's these cute little guys. I have a channel just dedicated to them where I make little skits and stories. It's called Team Funko We Got the Funk. And it's like psychedelic. It's a psychedelic thumbnail of me. I have my hair wrapped up in this hair wrap, and I'm wearing these teal glasses, and it's Team Funko We Got the Funk. It's like an ode or a nod to, we got the funk. Da-da, gotta have the funk. Ba-ba. It's paying credit to him. But I talk about these cute little guys. These guys are so much fun, and they're great conversational pieces. If you're brave enough to carry them around or have them in your car, they're great conversational pieces. And I guarantee you, if you go to the suburbs and sit next to a stuffy, ritzy person, and you pull this out, and you're like, hey, they're gonna be like, what the F? And look at you crazy, but they're gonna laugh, because where do they do that at? So these are great tools or icebreakers, and to put a smile on snobs' faces. I really enjoy doing that, because even snobs become snobs because they get stuck in this sad training of thought, where it's just one thought process or the other. I don't have time to play. And it's so sad. So it's a good reminder for them too. They laugh. So yeah, thank you guys for asking the questions, because if you don't ask, you won't know. Let me see here. Yeah, we got the funk. Better. Gotta have the funk. Better. Yeah, George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic. You know the whole name. Have you ever seen their name on their album? Now, when albums were out, it made sense for not albums, but when records were out, it made sense for a band to have a long gay name like that, because they had plenty of type space to put the whole name on there. Music Soldier, I just want to sing. He had to scrunch all that up to make one word, because when he came out, there was a CD, and you had less room to put the title. So he scrunched all his words together. I'm joking. But by way of Rhombus Rubus, who took the time to put the whole name in, George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelics could easily fit on the record with extra space to give. Try to fit that on the CD. Try to fit that on the streaming service platform. All you gonna see is George Clinton and you don't have to click it to see what song you're getting, because the streaming thing is not gonna tell you everything. They're like, look, do you want the song or not? I tell you, man, what a wonderful world we live in. Records, I want to get back to collecting vinyls, because they're really cool. They're great conversational pieces, and they look really cool in the house. CDs are a great thing to have. My dad still has 1 or 2 8-tracks. I was able to witness seeing an 8-track. My dad kept them. I don't think he had the player, but I was able to see what 8-tracks look like. They look really cool. They basically look like Nintendo cartridges, but thicker, and about that long. Yeah, and I think it only had 2 to 3 songs on it. That was really cool. So I got to bear witness to an actual 8-track, a cassette tape, a vinyl record, a CD, an MP3, a flash drive, a 3.5 floppy yay. How old are you? Wait a minute. How old is she? I'm scared. Yeah, and now we have, zip, drop, thumb, drive. What do you call the thing? Streaming now. What the H else is it gonna be? What, Tyrese? What more is it gonna be? What more is it gonna be? I get it. How many more upgrades are we gonna go through, y'all? What more else is it gonna? What else is it gonna be? Y'all, I cried a little bit in my soul when I turned on the TV this morning. Well, the TV was already on, but there was the Samsung commercial on with modern day teens. No, they look like modern day 20-year-olds on the Samsung commercial talking about, I'm paraphrasing, step into the future. Yeah. Now introducing the elite TVs of all TVs, the Samsung 8K. I'm like, what in the what in the who in the ha, what in the salmonella, what in the riboflavin, what in the Robloxian, what do you mean 8K? I just got a 4K and I thought I was doing big things. I might start crying. I don't work 39 hours of overtime to get that effing 4K TV, and now you gonna come around and tell me it's a higher TV than that? I gave up on iPhones a long time ago because it's not in my budget to keep up with the iPhones. Every quarter of the year, now introducing iPhone 35. Now we're introducing iPhone 36. Now we're introducing iPhone 37. Happy New Year, iPhone. I cannot keep up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nancy Kerrigan, my mind. Nancy Kerrigan, my mind. Okay, y'all just saw me break down. It's just, yeah, because they tried to come up with that prior, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. They already tried the scratch and sniff TV. It didn't work too hot, but they were getting somewhere with it. So that's on its way. They already did the prototype already. Excuse me. So that's well on its way. Whew. But yeah, I saw a commercial. We on 8K. But I thought in regular show there was an episode when they did the 14K. I need to write this down. 8K TV. Y'all remember Britney Spears before they locked her up in conservatorship when Britney Spears was Britney Spearsing? I remember being in ABC Warehouse. Y'all remember ABC Warehouse? I was in ABC Warehouse and they had Britney Spears on. It was like Entertainment Tonight. It was like, now Britney Spears comes on. She's like, oh my gosh, I don't like this new technology because like when they show us in it was high definition. When they show us in high definition, it's like they can see when I'm having a bad acne day. They can see where I'm sweating and I'm breaking out. The makeup isn't working anymore. It's like, why wear makeup now when we have these high definition TVs? What's the point in wearing makeup now to cover up my blemishes or if my skin's a little red? Because people are going to see that now. It's like, what's the point? She seemed frustrated about it. But that was from a lens from a superstar at that time. She really didn't like stepping into high definition TV, or what were they calling it? P83 M megapixels HP whatever, you know, DPI and all that crud with TVs. She didn't like it because it showed the imperfections. That means we could see through the bull of their illusions of makeup. So that's what it was like. Don't it? Now we gotta add ketchup on everything. Praise the Lord for ketchup. I don't keep hot sauce in my purse like Beyonce. I keep ketchup in my purse. Ooh, take that. Do you know that we have entered our second hour of Monday Morning Moo? And it don't seem like it. I'm just rolling, bobbing, having a good time. Hello, good morning, and good night to some of you guys. It is 7:13 a.m. Happy August 4th, 2025. Some of you are starting your work days. Congratulations to life. You gotta get on up, get on up, get on up, Shouts out James Brown and all of them. Get on up, gotta get on up. You gotta go to work. Fix you a cup of coffee. I have tea. Have you some hot chocolate. You know, I learned a long time ago in high school that those teachers weren't just drinking coffee. So, you know, to each his own. To each his own. How you doing, Ragnar Lothbrok? Now, if that don't sound like a video game, then, I'm Ragnar Lothbrok, and I come to pulverize you today in the game. Pretty cool. Oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do, what I was trying to do, and then I got sidetracked. What's new is open up another window because I closed it and put in the other article reference so I can give credit to where credit is due. And that is to Geekspin in reference to sharing the White Castle article that we went through together. And so I need to put them in there too. Y'all, I'm having a good time. Having a good time. Da, 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 da. Not even gonna go there right now. Starting that song. I need to save my voice. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good morning to you guys. Thank you for coming in. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I am having a wonderful morning. There's no place I'd rather be than hanging out right here in a place where I can be myself, and I love it. Yay. And I love it. Ba-na-na-na-na. So currently when I'm chatting with you guys, I'm pulling up the not storybook. What do you call it? YouTube Studio, so I can place the second article in here called Geekspin, so I can give credit to where credit is due. DUE. I miss the library. I miss going to the library. I need to start going back to the library again. But it's nice having all the information here. But it's nothing like going in and seeing the books and stuff too. So I got to start getting my behind back in the library, because I don't want our libraries to be obsolete neither. Just like our record stores. I don't want to see that happen. So I'm copying and pasting the title into here. Whoops. I don't need that to be double copied. I'm going to double copy that. And it's called Geekspin. Geekspin. And put like geekspin.com. Is that one or two words, Geekspin? It's one. SPIN.com, so you guys will know my references and citations. Let me double back. Citation section there. What do you guys think about how when you type in questions now, you get a more thorough answer by way of AI overview? I know I like it because it helps me be able to reference things a little more thoroughly. You know how the people who read the Bible, they have this thing called the concordance. Basically, it's like a compass to help navigate through something that's hard to read, or like how we have Cliff Notes. To me, this is a modern day Cliff Notes to help get my thoughts out a little better so I can still do the research, but it saves a lot of time with me trying to find my words, because I know what I want to look for, but sometimes I have a difficult time getting it out. So this really helps with the thought process so I can get to the bottom line or the bigger picture and to solve a mystery that I may be researching for that day. So I put my citations of the day in. Let me save it so you guys can see. They're at the top. Citations of the day and save. That has been updated. And the next thing I'm going to put at the top is this. And I'll be finished with all my citations for the day. Paste those in. There. Once again, I want to shout out to all the people who came into the previous video, or we did a survey to get your opinions on whether or not you want a Hercules the Shark to come back. So because popular demand, backed by popular demand, Hercules the Shark will be returning to Elay TV platform, because Hercules the Shark was only scheduled to come and hang out with us all on Shark Week only. You know, he came out for 7 days a week out of the, well, no, he came out for 7 days, so 7 days out of the year, if that makes sense. But you guys want Hercules to come back, so he'll be back on Fridays now. In addition to that, he'll be here, of course, for Shark Week. I shouted out everybody in that last video, and you'll be able to see the shouts out and the responses in the community tab. But now it's called the post feed, where I add everybody and I responded to your comments. I'm going to do the same thing for this video, but I found out it takes a little longer for the video to actually process, and the chats will be available. So probably sometime tomorrow, this video, once it's concluded, it'll go through its processing, and then I'll be able to watch the replay and then individually add and comment you guys. And those comments for that video, for this video, will be in the post section. I do my best to converse with you guys, and just happy that you're responding. You know, that's really cool. I'm typing Hercules will return. On every Friday. There, Hercules will return on every Friday, so I put that in there. Oh, it didn't even show. I might have to retype it. So let me put it in here. Hold on. I'll put me shark in. I said put me shark in. SHARK. 1, 2, 3. Hercules the Shark. You guys see slash or remember the Hercules cartoon from Disney? Oh man, it's an inspirational movie, isn't it? Dog. Oh man. There we go. Hercules the Shark will return on Friday. Just so you guys will know, for those of you who are new to the chat or just coming in, Hercules the Shark will return on Friday. And he's back by popular demand. Yay! That's that on that. Thank you guys for waiting while I put notes and information in here. I am multitasking at the same time. I've got a couple of chats open at the same time. There we go. The real story of Hercules is the real story of Hercules is quite tragic. I took that a couple of ways, like Hercules the Shark who's coming on Friday, and the Hercules from the Disney movie. Because you know you have the Disney movie, which makes every story sound better than what it was. Then you have the story, probably what you're talking about, Rhombus Rubus, of the actual true story of Hercules. You know, Disney always have to sprinkle their Disney magic and make things a little bit more sunshine and rainbows. They had to Hollywood it up, but then there's always the story behind the story. And sometimes there's always the story behind the story behind the story. Story of some of our lives, though. Some people like to stick with the fluffy story of a story about you and roll with that, but don't want to know about the undercurrent of the story. Shouts out to the undercurrent. Undercurrent. Yes, the myth of Hercules. That stuff is fun to read. If you celebrate Halloween, I think those would be really cool stories to read during the Halloween season. I am currently eating Fruit Loops mixed with Lucky Charms. It's almost over. The bowl was about halfway full when I started. I usually always have a snack on here, and the snack is primarily cereal. So it was a mix of Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms. It's almost gone. And then I have my onesie on, my cow onesie, and the drink of choice is some tea. Usually I have coffee, or some cocoa, but I've been hanging tough to the tea since last week where I lost my voice. Oh my gosh. It was kind of scary. I haven't lost my voice in a long time. I think this is the worst time I lost my voice. Let's see here. The myth of Jesus was borrowed from Hercules. I wouldn't be surprised. I like to stay open-minded to all that, because if you don't remain open-minded, how will you be able to glean out the truth that sits with you to put the bigger picture together? So thank you for that information, man. That's really nice nugget right there, Damien T. Thank you for sharing that nugget. Yeah, so this is cool, guys. I'm having a good time on here. I believe I talked about everything. Let me go through the survey. Let's see what you guys have picked. Ahem. Which cereal will you choose today in this one shiny moment? Shout out to Roseanne Barr. Oh, say, can you say? Honey Bunches of Oats came in at a 31%. Chex Mix cereal of any kind, 34%. And I'll pass. I'll just have orange juice at 34%. So currently, as of now, it's a tie for Chex Mix cereal of any kind and orange juice for 34%. I'll end the poll there. Thank you guys for your audience participation. I ended up choosing Honey Bunches of Oats cereal. I typed that during like the top of the hour on there, because I'm unable to physically push a vote. So I just usually type in my answer. It feels like I gotta sneeze. Whew. So shouts out to you guys who are watching the horizontal feed. What do you think about the pictures and stuff I have back there? I set it up yesterday. I've got the sun. He's drinking coffee. I have my cows in the background. I'm so happy. Shouts out to my husband for helping me set this stuff up. He helped me figure out some of these things. We're working on some new software, and he's helping me work out the sound kinks, and I had to learn new stuff. So it's shaping up really well. So what do you guys think about the aesthetics in the background, those of you who are watching on that stream? And you guys, thank you for coming in who are on the vertical and for participating in the survey. I believe I've said everything on here. Shouts out. Let me go back up one more time. Let me see here. For Kendrick Newman, for all the ideas, your input. Thank you for your support and watching those videos from my past, and just thanks a lot. And I'm glad I was here to help from the beginning of the hour, because I don't think he's in here anymore, giving him advice on how he can, work things out, or, catch up with his mom. So I'm glad that he came in at the right time so I could help him figure out a way he can commune with his mom as an icebreaker to get things going. No time like the present, but sometimes there's a lot of things we want to do, but we just don't know how we could get it done in a creative way by using what we have. So I'm very thankful I was able to help you all use what you have to get where you want to be as time keeps going on. So let me put in here, I haven't done closing remarks in forever. I'm going to type in closing remarks really quickly. I'm glad I remembered that. If the computer will allow me to scroll down to the bottom, you know how usually when you have your screen on and you scroll to the top to see what all you guys are saying, it's got a arrow that takes me back to the thing. It's not doing that. Let me maximize this to see what I'll get. My computer is making all these loud noises like it's so tired of working. I'm like, you be quiet and do your job. I'm on Instagram. I don't post on there that much, but I am on Instagram though, for sure. I'm trying to keep up with everything, but it's a lot of work trying to keep up with all the social media. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I have a Twitch account, but I haven't been on there in a long time. I want to get back on there, but I do have a Twitch account. What else? LinkedIn. Just because I realize not everybody likes all social platforms, so I try to put a little bit out for everyone. But yeah, I'm on Instagram. Closing remarks. TikTok and I had some issues for one point in time. I'll tell you that much for sure. TikTok and I had some issues, and I was having a lot of technical difficulties with TikTok. This is way before, they were threatening to take TikTok down. So I finally started gracing myself going over there a little bit at a time to work with TikTok. Because I did get monetized over there, and I took a screenshot because I was very happy about it. I took a screenshot to show my husband and our son, like, Mom's made it on TikTok, and the next day they retracted. And so I took a picture and showed the TikTok people. I'm like, why would you reward me this and then the next day take it away? That hurt, and I was confused, and I didn't get a response, but I sure did show them that screenshot. And it's been like an uphill climb, so I'm going to have to try again. So Hercules the Shark, back by popular demand. Thanks to the viewers who watched the last video, we did do a survey, and we wanted to get you guys' input. Back by popular demand, thanks to you guys, Hercules the Shark will be returning on Fridays instead of just coming on here on Shark Week. Hercules the Shark had a contract to just be on here Shark Week only, but since you guys are asking for them, we made a video, got you guys' input, read your comments. Hercules the Shark will be returning on Fridays. Thank you so much for asking, Money Squiddy. And I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but thank you for asking. Hercules will be joining us on Friday. Oh boy. Using let me type this in here. Power, P-O-W of to get there. And now let me put some cutie pie flowers down here. Flowers. Ooh, look at the flowers. There. Let me see. Thank you. Yeah, man, I tell you. It's cute though. It really is. You guys have some really unique names. You know, you guys' names are cool. You can use your names as branding. You guys have some really cool names. So yes, I have here for my closing remarks, what I gather in today's video or live stream is, you know, using the power of your imagination is key to get through the dark times in your life, which is very true. I had a great time talking on here. And it's really fun / cool to see when you guys ask, like, hey, LA. I'm like, yeah. You're like, where's Hercules? I'm like, Hercules will be returning now. He's coming back to us. Come back to us, Hercules. Come back to us. Come back to us, Hercules. He's returning. We'll after this video, I will be in another conference call chatting with him to see exactly what he plans to talk about, because I need to know, you know, he might need some things because it's kind of a last minute thing. He's going on. This was unexpected and he's ready to start. So he's getting things typed up in the background, and we'll take it from there. But we are going to have another mandatory meeting with Hercules, and we're going to see, you know, what he'll be talking about, because he was only equipped to talk about all things shark weight. So I'm curious to see what he's going to be talking about come Friday, because I don't even know what he's going to be talking about come Friday. Thank you. If you talk about these, I wish they were longer, but these are the fangs I was given. I love them. They're beautiful. Team Vampire. Dun, dun, dun. Now I'm gonna lose all my subscribers. You're like, I don't know about her. Let's unsubscribe tomorrow so she won't know it's me. Okay, fine. I'm scaring the community. I done scared the community away. Little Baker, I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. Gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. If you don't want to cuss, hey, I try not to cuss, you know. So I was like, gravy train dog food. When I was working, I said that under my breath and sometimes out loud. Oh, she's just being silly. Okay, I'm actually cussing. Gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. Ah, I'm going to take a break, guys. People sure do perish from a lack of knowledge, and that can be applied to where I used to work. Whoo! Talk about working with some zealots. It's over. See, y'all, I was going back into a dark place. Come out of that dark place, LA. Come out of that dark place. I'm coming out of that dark place. Help me. Hey, I'm back. I went to a dark place. You know. I had to pull myself out of that. Yes, gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. And the manager can't write you up, but you still got it out. That's another creative way to blow off some tension when you're at work and some employers make you heaping mad. You can actually cuss them out and they won't know. Gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. Gravy train dog food. And he's like, whew. Okay. Now let me go do the work you were supposed to do so I can leave so none of us get in trouble. All right, let's go. Peas and rice is another one. I like that. Yeah, it really helps. Because not at all places, even though we are grown, if you're still in the realm of being respectful, but life has turned into one big fat pressure cooker, and some of you are raising kids or around kids, or you just want to do a little more things to put a little salt in your life to be a better person, gravy train dog food or chimichanga. Sometimes I have to break out chimichanga. Some of you who do go to church or around church people or your mom and dad, chimichanga. Chimichanga. It helps. It really helps, so you don't have to blow up on the inside because you're dying a little bit if you cannot express yourself. The thing is, they're not giving us an outlet to express ourselves in a healthy way, to get these things out. So we're converting our feelings that we are getting that are negative into a positive, and it's a great icebreaker and to move on. So chimichanga, gravy train dog food gets me through. It's gotten me through the hard times of life. Yeah, so it helps. Or any other food that you would like to put in there. You know, sometimes I'm like HIJKLMNOP. Whew, and by the time I say that, I'm laughing at myself and I kind of forget what happened, which is a good thing to have a short-term memory in reference to that, because you don't want to harbor and meditate on that too long. You just want to get in and get out. Kids acting crazy, HIJKLMNOP. They're going to pick it up. So they're going to pick up how to handle anger or times of uncertainty, or if they even make you mad. It helps keep the mood where it's supposed to be, and you as an adult still can have the right to your expression and your feelings and emotion during that time, so you won't scare the children, and you can still be that wonderful example of an adult or caregiver or whatever. So it's a win-win, because you are just as important as the child. But once again, society don't give you, the adult, a perfect balance, so you can still not lose yourself while trying to be an example to raise them. So if anything, if you can eliminate the cussing and put in something fun in there, it really helps keep the flow and the balance going. It helped me. That's why I'm sharing this with you. As soon as I found out I was with child, a lot of the things that I grew up with, or even when I was cussing a little bit, cussing like a sailor sometimes, I wanted to make the decision to not do that. So I immediately started figuring out, how can I express myself during times of frustration? Whew. Still get it out, but in a way that it's going to morally edify me and my child. So I started with a lesson that I knew I could control, if that makes sense, about myself. And that was controlling my words, not to swear so much. Chimichanga, gravy train dog food, HIJKLMNOP. What the H? H, yeah, right on. All of those things help. So now I can share with you. Oh, wow. I have not heard that in a long time. I think a woman at my work said that. She's like my mom's age, but she don't act like it, so I can't say kudos to her. She's like my mom's age, and she grew up in that time, and she tries to stay hip with everybody. And I give her a A for effort, for really trying to stay, you know how to say, hip. So yeah, she'll say stuff like that. So I have heard that from her. That's a good one. Sugar honey iced tea. So I won't say her name because she's kind of a private person, but shouts out to her, Miss C. I can't say that. I used to call her Superwoman or Wonder Woman if she ever watches this, or if there's anyone from my old jobs. Hey. But yeah, so she kept up with the times. She's keeping up with the times. So she said that. I still say, what the H? E double hockey sticks. Yeah, no, our teacher taught us that. What the H E double hockey sticks. Our teacher used to turn red. Our teacher used to turn red. He always got mad. But he used to say HE double hockey sticks. Cartoons used to say HD He double hockey sticks, and so did like the comic strips and stuff too. So y'all, those are small things that can create big change if you want to start there. It's not necessarily feeling the pressure to smile more. It's not in everybody's Donna or DNA to smile. Some people just have a face that's one or relaxing. It don't mean that they're sad or something wrong with them. We're not even going to go there with making you feel like you have to smile all the time. We're talking about things that are a little more rational. Our words. But it's empowering. Yeah. So it can be used in all walks of life, or when you're going somewhere fancy, or just out in public and you still want to express yourself, but you want to practice at least averting from the F-bomb. You can use that. And that might be all you need in life to keep going and moving forward. But nonetheless, it's a positive tool that you now can use. And I guarantee you, your world will be brighter around you, even more brighter. So that's a really cool thing. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. I'm very happy to have been able to share that information with you, because I've applied it and it worked. And now sharing it with you. Yeah. And I believe at this moment, that's all I have. So that's all I'll give. But I'm very grateful to be able to have shared some knowledge with you guys. And you gave me some information on these movies, facts about life, your opinions about things. And you asked me questions that prompt me to think about other things on here. That's what hanging out with my cool peeps is all about in the morning. We sit around, we have a good time. We just vibe. There's a lot of people in here to me. And so you don't even have to comment, but just having me on in the background as something positive is another way you are changing the course of your life. You may not listen to me again, but I guarantee you, you've done something completely different from your routine timeline that's going to change your life for the better, you know, from here on. And that's what it's all about. Every little thought, every little notion changes your life for the better if you're intentionally trying to do that. They say that cussing can increase pain tolerance, but we don't need to cuss to create pain tolerance, because society is intentionally hurting us on purpose. So we don't need to hurt ourselves anymore when life is doing that for everybody on all walks of life. So we want to counteract what they're already doing to us before we're even born. So they say that cussing can increase pain tolerance and that intelligent people cuss more than average. Coincidence? Well, let's evolve that now. We are smart. Now let's evolve our ways of expression to something else. No different from an upgrade. Let's try at least mixing our vernacular in forms of expression of cussing and saying the new words. Let's try mixing it up now to show our diversiveness in being smart. Let's do that now. Let's step it up a notch. There's nothing wrong with stepping it up a notch if it's in the healthy way, not a competing way, or if you're feeling insecure. We're going to step it up a notch by mixing our newfound cuss words with the actual cuss words. That's another way to upgrade your system. You want to do that too. So thank you for that comment, Rhombus Rubus. They say that cussing can increase pain tolerance. Life is hard enough, and a lot of these things are not caused by us. And that's everybody who's stuck here on planet Earth. Everyone who's stuck down here is already going through stuff that's under their control. And that intelligent people cuss more than average. We're going to up that now. Let's show them that we can up our vernacular. Thank you for your input on that. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Tell me about it. I just been rolling, you know, having a good time chatting. I knew today was going to be a good live. It's always a good live, but I knew that the way I was feeling, because I'm actually still waking up, I knew that I was going to be a little slower today as far as motor skills. I haven't had any coffee, And I knew I was going to take my time today. It was going to be a long one. And here we are. We're about to approach 3 hours in, guys. But this is 3 hours of time well spent. We are going into the 8 o'clock hour on a Monday morning. How do you feel starting your Monday morning this way? You know, it's pretty good, right? Thank you for coming back in, Health Cobblepot. I smacked my phone. The phone was probably like, ow, 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 ow. Thank you for coming in, Tarsus. Hercules is... So Tarsus said Hercules is going vegan. He told him on Facebook. Isn't it a shame? Hercules cannot even contain himself. He already mingling amongst the people behind the scenes, apparently. So Hercules said he's going vegan, according to Tarsus. He spoke to Tarsus behind our backs on Facebook, behind all of our backs. We don't have to ask Hercules what the H. But hey, it's his show. He got to get ready for his show. I was telling everybody before you guys are gone. I actually thought you guys were here. Thank you for coming back in. Hercules and I will be having a meeting. LA TV, which is me, and the staff will be having a meeting with Hercules the Shark after this to figure out what the heck he will be talking about this Friday, because he was only centered around all things Shark Week. So I'm curious to see what he's got on the docket. I'm curious about that. Hercules, oh, let me move this pop-up out of the way so I can read you guys' comment. Get out of the way, Grammarly. Grammarly is all in the way. Grammarly is hating. Get out of the way. Tarsha said Hercules was like, I'm not going to eat cows anymore because they're really bad for the environment. That's funny. He's going to fire his agent. He has some new manager from Japan. Tokyo. That's funny. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Gravy train, dog food. That's effing funny. Yeah, you know, the ones who were here, you guys know Hercules has some issues going on with his agent. And he told you guys he didn't like them. He was going to have to let them go. I look forward to hearing what's going on in his world come Friday. Oh my goodness. Free tofu, all you can eat sushi. Where could he take this buffet? He could take this buffet to the streets. You know, he could go to one of these restaurants and just show up and show out, man. There's so many things that he can do. Let me go back up here and get this in here. Hold on, let me scroll over just a second. I had to I don't want to accidentally close the tab. Just one sec. Let me get it out of my way so I can move forward. There we go, I did it. All right, the next thing I'm trying to do is, okay, here we are. Let me try this again. Copy and paste this in here. Oops. Girl, if you don't get, I've been coming close to always pushing the wrong button. But I fixed that now. So let me put Grammarly, please get out of the way. I'm not even typing anything. Grammarly is in the way. I'm not even typing right now. I'm typing in computer. We've got the computer monitor, and I'm going to look for the paper. P-A-P-E-R. That's a newspaper. I don't want that. I want like line paper or notebook paper. I'm looking for, come on. This will have to do. All right, this will have to do. Let me put this in here for the ones who have come back. I did some closing remarks about a half hour ago, And I just want to put that in here. This is what I've gathered. This is what I've gathered so far. Maintain open widget. What widget? My computer's talking to me. What is it saying? Oh boy, let me fix that. Such as viewers will be buffering. I'm buffering over here. Let me fix that. Whoopsies. It says I'm buffering. Let me see if I can fix it. Please stand by. Sorry, y'all in the other chat. I refreshed the page, so it's gonna disconnect and reconnect. I had to fix it. It claims I'm losing connection. I don't see how, because I didn't I haven't said anything outside of character at all for it to put me in the yellow. So I don't know why it's doing that. Nonetheless, it carried me through this whole time far as on streaming. Now it's acting silly. So whatever, YouTube, whatever. Let me push that down here and put that in there. So moving forward with that, it very much so is. So that was the closing remarks I typed in maybe a half hour ago. Since you guys are here, I wanted you to see what I have in here. That's what I gathered from this whole video today. And I will get ready to wrap it up. I had no idea. Well, how can I say this? I had a feeling I was going to be on here long, but I didn't think it was going to be this long. But I had a great time as usual. And once again, creativity is a definite force against darkness. So continue to use your creativity. Movies are now starting to encourage us to use our imaginations now. Now they need us. Save yourselves. Use your creativity to save yourself and the people that are close proxy to you. If we focus on ourselves in a non-selfish way to self-heal, the world will take care of itself. So having said that, remember to save yourself first in the realm of being creative. Closing remarks: using the power of your imagination is key to get through the dark times in your life. Tarsus said same thing. Tarsus said creativity is a definite force against darkness. So we all have the gift of creativity. I encourage you to use it and explore. And I'm very, 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 very sorry for those of you who are struggling to find it, who are afraid to find it again because life beat it out of you or bullied you out of your creativity. I'm sorry that happened. But if you're willing to try again, I encourage you to try again. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget the theme song before you go. Right. And then it's not Hercules one neither. It's the Cows in the Chat song. That's right. I did not do the Cows in the Chat song at the second hour because I just didn't. But I do need to close it out with the Cows in the Chat before I get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things here on this planet called Earth, they say that America is the great American melting pot. I beg to differ. It is Earth that is the great American melting pot. So let's get ready to get started. Well, let's sing a little ditty with my harmonica. Harmonica! Thank you. Bing, 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 bing. Cows in the chat, cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat, calls in the chat. Cows in the chat, calls in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat, calls in the chat. Cows in the chat, calls in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat, calls in the chat. This is a time where we put cows in the chat, anime emojis in the chat, or your favorite emojis in general in the chat, because it is fun. Here at LA TV, we like to take this segment to say hello to the cows and to apologize on the cows' behest, because the science people, the NASA people, and the people in power have placed the blame of global warming on the cows. I guess they all ran out of people to blame, and decided to place the blame on these precious bovine. So place the blame on me. So place the blame on me. You place the blame on me. The poor precious cows. I like cows. They are so cute. Ladies and gentlemen, one time for the one time. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Yes, it's a cowspiracy going on. They don't want to take the blame and put it where it's supposed to be, so they're blaming us. You know, I like cows. If it wasn't for cows, there wouldn't be no Burger King. Okay? Chick-fil-A wouldn't have real competition. Okay? Eat more chicken, says the cow. And the cow spells chicken CHIKN. He says eat more chicken. So we have to celebrate the cows. They are cute. If there was no cows, there would be no milkshakes. And we talked about milkshakes already. McDonald's milkshakes, and we even talked about the strawberry cow. NASA people, if you want to do us a solid, let's make strawberry cows. I'm getting ready to put strawberry cows in here real quick before I leave. Let's heal the world, like Michael Jackson said. Let's make it a better place for Moo and the entire race, right? Let me look for strawberry cheese. Hey, I'm not even getting ready to get on that because we've got pizza, we've got cheeseburgers. Man, we need cows. I'm looking for the strawberry, and now I'm looking to type in cow. Science. If you want to heal the world and make it a better place, invent the strawberry cow, please, because y'all done made everything else. And bring unicorns back. That's my wacko's wish for today. Bring back unicorns for all the world to see. Joy to the world. Bring back the unicorns. Excuse me. Thank you for reminding me about the song because it had to be placed in here. I had a great time. Thank you for the audience participation. I'm up here toggling and tussling with this crazy computer of mine. It's got an attitude. It's like, I'm tired, girl. I'm tired. I'm so tired. You're working me too hard. I'm like, you a computer. You designed to do this. That's why they made you. You're not supposed to get tired. I'm getting scared now. You know, we've come to the end of the line when we've got cows, we've got computers talking about in McDonald's. I don't feel no ways tired. I'm like, the cows singing slave songs now? Oh, it's about to be a revolution. Get ready for the advance of technology. The advances, they're going to get sick and tired of us. I had a wonderful time. We are approaching the 3-hour mark. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. What's up, doggy? Thank you for coming in. I saw your short yesterday. That was funny. I really enjoyed it. I left a comment because I wanted to know if that was him sounding like that, or was that sound effects you did. I saw your short yesterday. Thank you for your input. Once again, robots will be delivering fresh grass next month. Hey, they're going to have to, because cats eat grass, and it's a lot of cat owners out here that eat grass. So if we could have the robots send us fresh grass, you know how they put grass in a bowl and you just put it in front of them, they can eat. If you don't want to send the cat outside to eat, you know, they're going to have to do something. Something. Oh my gosh, so that was your cat making that noise? That's bananas. You gotta make more videos of that. Yo, if you guys are interested, Doggy McNaughty has a YouTube short where his cat sounds like a lion. It's crazy. He's giving the cat some milk to drink. And the cat's like, oh, oh, oh. It's so dope. So if you're interested, it's a short, so it's only a couple seconds. See the cow. His cow sounds like a lion, man. It's bananas. Thank you guys for coming in, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm glad I was here to start you guys' Monday off right, to start your work week right. My name is LA. Yeah, Doggy Boy 88. That's the one I replied to. Yep. So do they need to go to Doggy McNaughty, or do they need to go to Doggy Boy 88 to see your cat sound like a lion? It's in there, y'all. It's crazy. It's a cat conspiracy. His dog can turn into a cat and into a lion. God bless America. So science people, let's bring unicorns back, and let's bring that strawberry cow back. We already have lion cat. Lion cat, he got it. He's lion cat. Let's go on to bring back strawberry cows and unicorns. I'm glad I was able to give you guys a successful jump start into your work week. Y'all have a great day. Once again, thanks to you guys. Hercules the Shark will be coming on Friday. Thank you for your comments. If you want to have some more input like you did before, feel free to put in some input about Hercules the Shark. But because of you guys, he's coming back on. Thank you for liking, caring. Yeah, liking, caring, commenting, and subscribing. I had a fun time spending time with you guys. I'm glad I was able to help. Have a good one. See you next video. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.